Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by and checking out what we got going on here in the garage again. So today we got a, well, we're going to attempt the fate of the tractor gods again. Pricing my luck with these green tractors, if you know what I mean. But anyways, we got a LA 175 riding mower. Customer complaint is it's the steering gear, the half moon gear with the little pinion gear, stripped out. It'll go straight, but can't turn either way. Turn the tires a little bit, it'll catch, it'll turn, but when you pull it back straight again, nothing. Steering wheel just spins. So, got the gantry set up here. We're gonna get everything hooked up, get it up in the air, and I'll show you all the easy way to fix it. So, hang tight, and we'll get to it. Alright y'all, before we get completely started here, I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. You don't need a gantry. All you need is a good buddy. First thing you want to do is put a piece of plastic under the fuel cap here to keep fuel from coming out the vent. This one I can't do this way because it has these weights back here. But what we're going to do, or what you can do, is stand this thing straight up in the air and sit it on these back fenders back here, and it'll stand straight up. I've done it on this style tractor. I've done it on a couple of Cub Cadets. They all basically have the same steering setup, and I'll try to put on the screen what all models of John Deere that this covers. But if you're going to stand it up like that, the other thing you need to do is you need to remove the battery. You can't lay it on its side, it'll start leaking. I'm not going up as high as what it would be standing straight up, so I'm leaving the battery in, and we're gonna get this thing lifted up on the gantry and we'll get started on underneath. Hey y'all, I just want to give you a little heads up on what tools we're going to need to do this. We're going to need a 3/4 inch socket. I'm going to need a 15mm socket, a 15mm wrench, a 14mm wrench, and a 17mm wrench. And that should be all you need to do this job. So gather your tools and we'll get busy. Alright y'all, first thing you're gonna want to do, it's not a necessity, but I'm gonna do it, makes it a lot easier, is take the center bolt out of this electric PTO clutch for the deck, because there's a nut on the back of this bolt and a nut on the back of this bolt here. So you can get a wrench in there, get down in there and hold it. Just a lot easier without having that pulley on there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. There's just a long bolt in it. If you don't have an impact, you can use you can use a 1/2 inch drive before, but there's 2 flats on these right here on each side. You need to get a big wrench and put on there so the motor don't spin over. So, and then this just pulls right off. There's a wire on the back side here. Just get that unplugged, maybe. There it is. It's unplugged. Set that off to the side where you can get to it later on, put it back. And then these are 15mm. Like I said, there's a nut on the back side. You know, get in there, because we're going to want to take that one off and this one off, and then eventually we'll get this gear. It's down here. I'll zoom in a little closer when we get to doing that. So, but let me zip them off, and we will need to change sockets, maybe. There it goes. And you drop it on the floor, of course. So anyways, get on here like that. Make sure you catch the nut. There's a nut. It's a little flange nut with a nylon lock on it. Get down here and catch that bolt too. Try to get down in there and get on that. There it is. Now what's the deal here? Schmeal. There's a whole lot of grass packed up in here. And that is not a 15mm. But this head is. It is a 14mm. Now, don't do like I just did and drop that nut, but luckily I seen it fall right down there. Yep. That is actually it's a 13mm. Why they'd put two different sizes on there, I don't know, but it is what it is. So, anyways, you got that down out of there. Now, we're going to want to take these arms off of here. You guys can see there, yeah. I believe those are 15mm on the back sides. Nope, they're bigger than that. And see, I thought I was going to be prepared for this video. So, anyways, let me grab a couple other wrenches here, and we'll get them pulled off there. We'll bring you right back. All right, y'all, we're back. Got the tools we needed. The back side of it is a 17mm, and in this side here, up against the plate, is a 15mm. Don't take them off because you don't need to, because you got to take them out of this half moon gear. So maybe. All right, dummy. Turn the thing the right way. There we go. Ready to tell you lefty loosey, y'all. Hope y'all can still see. Yeah, you can. There you go. Pull that one out of the way there. Let it drop down. Hang on to your nut. Slide your wrench on this one. Ready to tell you lefty loosey again. There we go. Just had to get bear-tastic with it. Make sure you watch your orientation of which way this gear is pointing. I'll show you here as soon as I get this nut off of here. Alright. What I'm talking about is when it's up on the tractor, there's a slight curve down to these gears to make it mesh into this gear back here, which you guys can't see. We'll move you a little bit forward here. This gear right here, when this thing's up there, to get it to mesh, it's supposed to have a, you know, this piece curves down. So, all right, let me grab the new one. Here's our new one. We're not going to put that on yet because we got to get this nut off of here and get this pinion gear or steering gear off of there. So let me grab my sockets and everything, and we will pull that one off there. Make sure I got the right size there. Yep, that's that one's 3/4. I'm sure there's a metric equivalent to it, but I don't know what it is right offhand. You might have to have your buddy hold that steering wheel. I just grabbed a hold of that gear, and you know, I come back with a handful of grease, but that's just me. So we're gonna leave that attached, and this should just slide right off there. Now, this is our new one. This one actually doesn't look bad. I think maybe somebody might have replaced that at one point in time because it looks fairly new. I'm gonna go all the way around it here, double check, make sure. But yeah, maybe he gave me the old one that he took off. Alright, well, we ain't gonna put the other one on. So, but anyways, as I was saying, if you guys can see, there's splines on the inside here. You cannot flip it. It's got like a taper here for it stops. For it only goes up so far on the shaft and stops. There's a little flat spot there, so we're going to slide that back up on there, and it is well greased underneath of there. And we're going to run this sucker back on there. And I know I've said before, don't start your nuts with an impact or anything. Start them by hand. Well, I just did, but do as I say, not as I do. Okay, got that good and tight. Good and tight. I think that's German. Good and tight. So, alright. Got our new half moon here gear. Hang it on there. Grab one of the nuts. Like I said, those are nylon lock nuts. We'll get it on there. And you know what? I'm going to go get something to clean my hands because I don't want to get this all... It's just a tractor, but I don't want to get grease everywhere, so I'll bring you back when I get my hands cleaned up. Alright, y'all. Sorry if this is so shaky, but I wanted to show you something too. If you're doing this, check your hydraulic drive belt. Transmission drive belt here. If you notice, it runs right around that center gear for that steering. You have to take that nut off and that gear off, and your steering column or steering wheel and shaft will pull straight up to get that belt out. It's about a $22 part. I've checked this belt. It's not that bad. It'll last probably another 2-3 years, my guess. But yeah, it's like I said, $25 part. If you have any questions about it, just replace it. If you're, if you think maybe not, just do it. It's real easy. Here's your clutch setup. Right down there. I know the lighting is not real good. All you do is pull that back, take one of those nuts, take those off, take those two nuts off, pop them out of there, and down there at the back of the transmission, it just loops over that. I believe there's a rod that holds it on back there also you have to take loose. It is a little more work, but while you got it up in the air and easy access to the deck and everything off, just go ahead and do it. If you have any, if you're questioning the belt at all, rather than having to come back and redo it later, you're in here, just do it. And also, I wanted to show you, there's your part number for the gear, for that gear. I don't know what the part number is on the other one. I may look it up and put it in the video here. But yeah, and as you can see, my hands are all nice and clean here from my Tubbo towels. Not a sponsor, but you guys need to get you some of them too. Right there, Tubbo towels, heavy duty cleaning wipes. Good for cleaning your tools, your hands, engine compartment or anything you're working on. I carry them in my personal truck. I have them at work, have them here at home. I get mine at Napa, not a sponsor also, but yeah, get that, get yourself some. So, all right, let me get the camera back on the tripod, and we'll get this thing back together. All right, now I'm gonna get these tightened back up. Alright, there's that one. I'll grab the nut for the other one. I'll tuck this wire back up out of my way. Get it on there, come on. Ain't it going on there? You come off there and I'll go back on there. You know what? It's because I had the wrong nut. There we go. That's much better. That's much gooder. Much gooder. Good and tight. That German torque spec, good and tight. So get those out of my way. And next we want the we're gonna put the center top pivot here, the big one in. And now there are shims on here. You can buy new shims if you want to tighten it up a little bit. This little shoulder washer here, if it's worn, go ahead and replace it while you got it apart. But alright, there's that one. Grab my nut here. Like I said, it's like a lot easier if you take that clutch off there. You know, some people may say, oh, you don't need to take that off. You all do it the way you want to do it. I'm doing it the way I want to do it because I want to make it easy for myself. So, yep. Now I gotta find, there it is. And that goes on that other one. It was still laying in my ratchet. Stick that up through the hole. Get our gears to mesh here. And I messed up because I didn't put the gear in there first, and it won't clear up over that. So I'm gonna take this one back off. Get my big old paw down in there. Get that nut off there. And this is where sometimes it's nice to have a buddy to help you, but I chill solo a lot of time, most of the time. So drop everything down on the ground again. All right, now there we go. The struggle is real, my friends. the weight of these tires pushing out. So, alright, I'm going to get this here, guys. I'm going to have to do a little tweaking because it's just hard to do on camera with you guys sitting right here. I don't want to knock you over or anything, so I'm going to get that up in there and then we'll bring y'all back. Alright y'all, what I ended up doing, like I said, took that gear off there, and now I got my wheels running straight, made sure my steering wheel was straight, and yeah, easy peasy. Easy peasy. You got facing the right direction? Yeah. Now y'all, alright, I'm going to double check, make sure my steering wheel is straight. I did turn it a little bit. Yep, steering wheel is still straight. Get that nut threaded back up on there. Grab the impact. And I did torque these to the German spec of good and tight. Alright, there's that. We can rotate the wheels, go from stop to stop. Yep. Now if you want this plate a little tighter here, you can put them shims in there and get them through the John Deere dealership, or I think maybe Lowe's might have them too, but I'm not positive. I'm sure they're all online. Now I gotta wipe my hands down again because they're all dirty. I can't touch the camera, so I'm gonna keep talking to you guys while I'm wiping my hands off. But yeah, there's that. Next, we're gonna put this PTO clutch back on, and on this, let me get you guys moved a little bit here, or you can see what I'm talking about maybe. Can you guys see that right there? Let me zoom in here. Struggle is real, my friends. I'm telling you. Alright. Now let's go. You turned up here a little bit more. There. Right there. There's a little rod that comes down to keep this clutch from spinning. And on the clutch itself, there's a little space right there with a little bushing in it. You want to make sure you get that lined back up. First we're going to plug our clutch back in. Get that lined up. These clutches have a built-in keyway. See, that's up in there. Make sure our wires are up out of the way. They're not hitting anything, rubbing on anything. Get that started up in there. Grab our impact in the right size socket, which I don't know where I put the socket at. It's around here somewhere. Maybe I kicked it when I was doing the good and tight. But anyways, I'll grab a socket. Just torque that back up. There's a factory spec on that. I'll probably look it up, and I'll get her torqued on there to the proper spec, not the German spec, good and tight. So, but there you have it. All right, y'all. There you go. How to change the steering gear on your John Deere riding mower. This is the LA 175 model. There's a bunch of models that use all this same kind of setup. I believe there's a couple Cub Cadets and some other ones. I believe offhand, maybe not the same exact gear, basically the same principle of how to do it. So there you have it. I appreciate you all stopping by and checking out what I'm doing here in the garage. As always, I appreciate you, click that like button. Leave me a comment down in the bottom there. I read them all, try to respond to them all. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, please do join. Keep good content like this coming. And don't forget about my weekly Sunday live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I appreciate you all stopping in and saying hi and hanging out. And we talk about a little bit of everything on there. So until the next time, guys, appreciate it. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing. Catch you all on the next one.